Well, hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Really do appreciate your time. Tonight, we're talking about Jack and Lilly Sullivan, who vanished from their Pictou County, Nova Scotia home on May 2nd, 2025. Since then, there has been no sightings of Jack or Lilly, and still yet today, nearly 8 months later, we still have no idea where they are. Many people believe that they simply wandered off. Others believe that they have been abducted, even though the RCMP says that there is no signs of that. And others believe that someone in or even near the home may have the answers. Tonight, we're going to be talking about the first 48 hours and the words that the parents said on the other side of this.
I've walked through storms in scars and grace, smile through pain with a painted face. They called me too loud, too much, too strong, but honey, that's the reason I belong. Every scar's a scripture, every tear's a hymn. I found my worth where the light grew dim. They tried to break me, but here's a twist. I turned my pain into a clenched fist. I'm an unbreakable woman, born of fire and pearl. I shine like grace in a reckless world. You can test my faith, you can shake my plan, but I'll rise again. Just watch me judged by the gloss, not the cause. But God don't build weak hearts from gold. He made me fierce and he made me bold. I bend, I pray, I roar, I rise with mascara, tears and battle cries. Don't need your crown, I forge my own. From ashes, honey, I build my throne. I'm an unbreakable soul, dressed in truth and pearl. The fire don't scare me, it lights my world. You can doubt my voice, but you
Miss Jasmine. Thank you, Miss Glory. Appreciate you.
and I'm done with shame. For everyone called too much, too loud, too real. You're not to anything. You're exactly what power looks like. I'm an unbreakable soul.
Thank you, Miss
Through
Lindy.
the fight and flame, my scars are stories, my strength, my faith. Faith in my heart, fire in my clothes, forever divine. Clutch them pearls.
Well, what happened? There we go. Oh, hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Really do appreciate your time. You could have chosen to be anywhere on YouTube. You have a lot of options, anywhere on the internet, anywhere in the world, and you chose to be right here. I know your time is very valuable, and I do appreciate you spending some time with me. Today is December 20th, 2025. It is currently 7:40 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Bonjour. Hello, everyone. Thank you all so much for joining me. Susie Q. Why is this doing this? Do you see? Can you guys still see me when this is up? Because when I select this, it goes black. What does it look like on your side? You can still see me? It goes black on my screen. Hold on, let me just 1 second. Okay, let's see here. Now there we go. Now I can see it. See, when I would select your message, the whole screen would go black on my end, and it shouldn't do that. Thank you so much, Wendy, for joining me. Really, really do appreciate you, my dear. Merry Christmas to you and yours. Yeah, yep. I'm back now. I'm back now. I it went that way because I left and came back in. Thank you so much, Miss Wendy. Appreciate you very much. Thank you so much for your support, my dear. Um, yeah, I think we should flood the chat with green hearts or hearts or whatever, Justin, to show our voices for the voiceless. Ah, yes, absolutely, Rachel. Good to see you, my friend. Thank you, Ritu. Thank you so much, my dear. Appreciate you. Hey, Miss Pammy. Thank you so much, my dear. Appreciate that. Very kind of you. How you doing, Miss Pam? Appreciate you, my dear. Thank you so much for your support, my love. Good to see you. Really, really do appreciate you very, very much, honey. Thank you for your support. We're talking about Jack and Lilly Sullivan tonight, who vanished from their Pictou County, Nova Scotia home on May 2nd, 2025. Hopefully, you guys got to see the mega live stream, what I call a town hall, Pictou County, Nova Scotia Town Hall, last night with all of the creators up there. It was an amazing, amazing live stream. We're going to be doing another one, hopefully soon. And if you didn't, you can view it here or any of the other creators' lives as well. And what was I going to say? Yeah. So all of that. Shoveling for 2 hours. Good Lord, honey, you need a snowblower. Mm-mm. That's crazy. We've had storms and wind here. Hey, Miss Holly. Thank you, Mamacita. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Very kind of you, Miss Holly. All the blessings to you and Lloyd this Christmas, to all your family and the upcoming new year. My dear, really, really do appreciate you very much. Thank you so much, Miss Holly. Uh, hey, Miss Angel. Good to see you. Hopefully you're doing okay, my dear. Hopefully you're feeling okay. And Scorpio, Golden, Callie, Mix-a-Lot, Ruby, Sandy, Sherry, Wolfie. Good to see you, my friend. Shelby, Leslie, Keeping It Real, Roxanne, Sassy Cat, Kath, good to see you. Crystal Pistol, Marcy, Holly, Sherry, Anastasia, good to see you, my dear. Yeah, I was just live. We did a members only. For the members, go watch that if you like deep, informative stuff. I go really in depth on a lot of things. So there's that. Brandy and Indy, Sharon, Anna Banana, Fire Horse, Shelby, Barb, Nancy Simmons. I would not shovel for 2 hours. I'd be like, no mailman can walk right through. So I have a snowblower. It's electric, but it does a lot. It's really good. I'm really surprised that that little snowblower does. No, it's not electric. It's battery. But it does quite a bit. I was kind of shocked. Sassy, did I read the email? Honey, I've got so many. I might have read it. Uh, 1 second. Hold on. Okay, I'm reading it right now. One second. Yep. 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 Um, yep. I agree. I agree, Sassy. Yep. I got it. Thank you, my dear. What's what's the rumor? What do you mean? What's the rumor? What's the rumor? I don't know what you mean. I heard I heard a rumor. Ooh, give us the tea, girl. Give us the tea. Just New Rocks are on the panel last night. Oh, thank you, my dear. Appreciate that. I heard that Durwood and Janie had a fight last week. Really, Wolfie? You have any more tea? You want to call in? Lines are open. Lines are available. Hotline is standing by. I mean, why? Why did they get in a fight? Janie smoked the last crystal? Um, Durwood nose got in the way? Like, what the fuck? What's up? Um, just my opinion. My opinion, that's all. Yes, they aren't on good terms now. Oh, well, that's fantastic, actually. Now the truth might come out. Piss one of them off. One of them will spill the truth. Hello, Carla, Justin. Good evening. Wonderful show and the panel last night. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my dear. Appreciate you. They are imploding. Yeah. Remember how Janie said, we're going to get to the stuff here in a minute, but you remember how Miss Janie said, you know something? You know something? When I talked to Durwood, everything made sense. Everything. Everything made sense. Yeah, we sat there in the yard after, in the fence there. We had a little cocktail, smoked some cigarettes, and Durwood made it make sense. It must have been love, but it's over now. It must have been cruel, but I lost it somehow. It must have been love, but it's over now. Yeah, I smoke cigarettes, but I don't sell like, well, nobody does except, the roll your own. She rolls her own, though. Durwood told a lot of tall tales. Well, and they backed their Dirtwood. They backed their Dirtwood. It must have been love, but it's over now. Oh well. Still got my son Danny right here. Oh my goodness gracious. Yeah. 1 second. I believe okay, gotcha. Hold on. Okay. All righty, my dears. Let's get it started. How exciting. Your daughter came home from college 19 hours unexpectedly. Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. That's what life's about. Because it causes confusion. It really does. It really does. All right, guys. Let's get on with it, shall we? I wanted to turn this phone off because if not, it will ding and ding till the day of judgment and it will never stop. Here we go. Okay. You're welcome. You're welcome. Dirtwood, yeah. All right, guys. First I want to get into something that And this is just when I was showing the girlfriend's text the other day. This is a transcript from when Daniel was on panel at DT's. And remember how the text of Daniel said that he could. Okay, Sassy. Daniel said that he was. Yeah, I know about that. Sassy. Thank you. Daniel said he he could handle his math. He can handle his math. It's never been a problem for him. Like, how some people can, how like, Dirtwood could hold his liquor, or Janie could hold her smokes. Uh Daniel can handle his math. Yes. He lives he must live in Egypt because he's constantly in denial. Yes. This was part of the transcript. Well, Daniel, it was never really a problem. Like, I wasn't going into any psychosis or being, crazy in any way. Mm. That right there makes me think precisely that he went crazy that night. Okay, Wolf. Gotcha, babe. That makes me think precisely what happened that night. Every person that I have spoke to that knows Daniel, and if Daniel actually knew that I've spoke to people that he is very, very close to, that still talk to him and all of that, he would shit a brick, to be honest with you. But they all say, even his past girlfriends, that in their opinion, he was smoking the mathematics that night. And then he flipped. And for Daniel was to just go into that shows, in my opinion, preemptive. Hello, Red Moon. Alicia. Well, Alicia, I bet big money Daniel talks to the tree. Do you mean treolops? I believe he talks to the treetops. This is Janie singing to him as a rocky pie baby on the treetop when the bell breaks, 'cause Earl didn't fix the motherfucker. The cradle will fall. Rocky bye, baby, on the tree top. If Earl doesn't go to the store and get my cigarettes, Mommy's going to snap on your father. There we go. Yep. If you don't get the washer spinner fixed either, I'm gonna divorce the mother. I'm gonna divorce that son of a bitch. I swear to you. Oh, I can't stand him. You look just like your father, Daniel. You got the same. Yep. Hey, Amy. Thank you, baby. Appreciate you very, very much. Really do appreciate you, love. Amy's coming in like clutch gifting of 5 pearl necklaces. Really do appreciate you, my dear. If you received one of those pearl necklaces, make sure you give our Amy a big old thank you. Thank you so much, my dear. Really do appreciate your support. And thank you for being a member here as well, Miss Amy. I'm going to lose my voice. I have felt like because I talked so much in the last live, my voice fills it already, to be honest with you. So yeah. But Daniel says here that there was no psychosis or being, crazy in any way, which is uh just like pretty much everyone, as Sonny was saying last night, if Daniel says yes, then you might as well say no. He is preemptively getting ahead of this, right? So there's that. I thought that was very interesting. Um, Sometimes you don't realize what they're saying until you look at, the script, and what they say is really, really important, right? Okay, now let me pull up a little something, something. Um, where was it? Page 24 or 25? Okay. Just kind of talking about this. We're going to get into something here in a little bit, but I just want to go over a couple things right now. Oh, thank you, Amy. I appreciate that, honey. Justin working so hard for these babies. I want to help. That's very sweet. Thank you, love. Appreciate that. How those IOP classes going, Danny? Yeah. And this is the thing. There's nothing shameful about, being addicted or anything like that. It's the lies. It's the lying, right? And saying that you go to what is it? NA, Narcotics Anonymous, 3 times a week, whether he needs for the bullshit, is what he says, for the bullshit. Right. Daniel talks to the trees. Well, one of the girlfriends was in the woods with him, and she said he was hearing things, and he's like, "Do you hear that?" And she was like, "No, there's nothing." And it was after he was smoking the meth. And again, Malaya did say to someone privately, she might have even said it publicly, I don't know, but privately for sure, that Daniel was up she woke up at around midnight, and he was in the bathroom, smoking the cracola, if you will, right? The cracola. So there's that. Guys, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button if you haven't yet. Thank goodness Justin is live. What a day. Hey, y'all. Hey, Charming. Good to see you, baby. Thank you so much. On May 9th, Mackenzie had a conversation with Mr. Wong. Brad Wong said he did not wish to provide a statement, but would be willing to have a conversation with police. I hope Brad has provided a statement now, since they have drug his ass and Justin through the mud. I hope he has reconsidered that now. I mean, I understand in the beginning when you didn't really want to get involved and all that, but we are where we are now. And so I really hope that they've reconsidered that, and I'm sure that they have. I would, like to think at least, right? So there's that. Okay. He said in the early hours of May 2nd, he heard a loud vehicle coming and going at 1407 Gerlach Road. And we know where that is, right? We know where that is, right? He said his residence is an elevated position from Daniel's residence, and he could see the lights over the treetops. And he has also shown people privately that that is the actual truth. That the way that the property is can see over top the treetops. Okay. And he said it was early hours. He said the vehicle would drive off in the distance and he could hear it stop and then return. He said it remained in earshot the entire time. Now, again, I kind of talked about this before, but I've talked about it on my live stream as well. That you can hear for miles many times at night, and if the weather's right, and all of that, especially out in the country, right? So there's that. Let me see here. I need to look at something. Okay. Bear with me, guys. Justin, Jack, Lily, and Jack did not share a room. They. What did I say? What did I say? I don't even remember what I said. Well, they didn't. They technically didn't share a room. There was a partition between the two, right? It was the same room, but it wasn't the same room, right? She said nothing, just relaying a message. Okay. You didn't say anything. She is letting you know because they've always said they shared a room and now it's being exposed that they did not. Well, I mean, let me look at my messages. What'd she say? Hold on. So the document says family told Charmaine today. Yeah, I just messaged her. Yeah, they change shit every day. But no, something's wrong here. If it's not, if there wasn't okay, listen to this. There's only 3 fucking rooms and there's only 3 bedrooms in the house, okay? One, they either shared the entire room or it was the same room and there was a partition in it and they both had doors, which was about 3.5 foot by 9 foot. Yeah, they didn't. Okay. It was the same trailer room. They just put a well, I mean, they put a wall up in the middle and they put allegedly a door. And then the reason they did that, the whole reason they did that was because Malaya said if they didn't, they would have stayed up the whole night. Yeah, a divider room. Yeah. right? Because there's only 3 bedrooms. There's Daniel's, Jack and Lily's, but same bedroom but separate, and then the 3rd bedroom, which was where Daniel's kids when they came over. It is small. It is small. This is very interesting. I thought of something. Daniel said he comes in at night. He goes in at 12:30, and he flicks the lights on, and he sees Jack and Lily, right? But if they're separate rooms, if there's a divider, then, and if they each have a door, how the fuck did you do that? Right? The light, not the light. It just collapsed. The story is just fucking collapsed. That's all it is. He said that after he found out there were witnesses. Well, okay. So get this. If Daniel, Malaya said she woke up conveniently, and even though I don't believe she was asleep, that Daniel was smoking meth in the bathroom around midnight. Now, Daniel, he says that he goes in the kids' room about midnight. This is when something happened to the kids, in my opinion. They also said before, allegedly, that Jack was up late. Said that they were very hyper, very active that night. There was a fight Thursday. There was a fight Thursday. And I heard this very, very early on, like very early on. And Sonny was confirmed that. Came from family members. You got a fight Thursday night, right? Kids are hyper. Mathtel smoking math in the bathroom, right? Jack supposedly up. In the documents, it says that, again, they were hyper, and that if they didn't put a wall between them, then they would never go to bed. Right? So all of that. He can call in. Phone's open. Well, the kids would go right through the blanket. There was they had it separated. The kids wouldn't go to sleep. I mean, a 4-year-old up at midnight, right? Probably because there's math vapor, foaming through the house. I wonder why, right? Probably because it looks like probably a fog machine went off in the house. Huh. And no discipline. Probably fucking hungry. It's hard to go to bed with an empty stomach, right? Did they both have beds? Yeah. Yeah. They're desperate. It's apparent. Things the feds are hiding in the bushes watching. He thinks he does. He really does. And you know what's very interesting, Callie? You know who else thinks they're always, which they truly are always watching. I mean, they truly are. Right here. I don't go out. If I do go out, I keep my head down. I always stay back here. But you know what? If they want to watch a 60 some year old woman uh talk to a dog, well then have at it. There's drones here coming in 7 days a week. You know what I mean? All of that. 1 second. One second, guys. Hold on. Okay. Sorry about that. Shit hit the glass pipe too. Yeah. That's what it makes me think. You know, I mean, she's very angry. Very angry. When I go check on the kids the bed, I don't turn the light on. Whoa. Okay. Who would turn a light on a 4 and a 6-year-old when they had just went to bed like an hour or two before and you want to wake them up and they were hyper? Yeah, get on that. Right. All the math is certainly not adding up. Wonder what old Durwood's gonna say. I wonder what she's gonna spew out of her mouth now. 1 second. All right, guys. Let's get into some of this stuff. Daniel says Malaya's backed into a corner. Well, sometimes he does. Yeah, Malaya trying to throw me under the bus now. Leaked messages from her. She's backed in a corner now. Her and her mother did it, I believe, with 99% accuracy. Okay. 99% accuracy. Well, if you are 99% accurate, then that means you are close to 100% wrong about everything. Because you know Malaya's mother has nothing to do with the disappearance of her grandchildren. Now, I do believe she knows a lot more. I do believe she knows a lot more. But if she does, she needs to get to talking. Right? Okay, 1 second. I got a message. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. Does she know this for sure? Did they show that? Hold on. Sorry, guys. Okay. All three know and participate. Well, there's no way Janie could not know. And just the continual bullshit of her saying she didn't hear anything that night when the neighbors across the valley heard it, you know. You absolutely know that she heard it in her damn yard. Right. Okay. Moving forward. Let me show you this. Then we're going to get on to something. Here. This has been a puzzle piece, and we have learned so much in 8 months about the situation. I'll be honest with you. Earl might know a little bit now, but I don't think Earl participated. I really don't think Earl participated. I think he might think I think he thinks things are suspicious. Because I do believe, in my opinion, Daniel was down there that night and all of that, but I'm not sure Earl knows or not. Because I think Daniel will not go to his dad's and unless he needs something. Right? Unless he wants something. Money, a car he can wreck, something like that. Right? Trisha, was it a map? Was it from Google Earth? Is that what you sent me? If that's what you sent me, I got that. I was in a chat room last night talking about that. Not publicly, but privately. But I still think we should check his junkyard. Absolutely, but those kids are around there. They're around there. Oh yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Okay. Okay. Did anyone? Okay. Moving on. Here we go. So, before we go and do what we're going to do, let me pull up. God, I'm having trouble today. Okay. I already got it pulled up. That's why. God, I'm blonde as hell sometimes. Here we go. Guys, hit that thumbs up if you haven't yet. Would greatly appreciate it. Mr. Mattel. Belinda said, quote, if she could leave, then, if Malaya could leave early on, then she knew something was wrong. Right. If you were in my members only live just a little bit ago, you know that there is no way in hell that a mother would leave 2 out of her 3 children. Ever. Ever. You couldn't sit idly by. You just couldn't, unless, in my opinion, you knew that um, unless you knew that something had already happened and that there was not even a possibility. Not even a possibility. So Malaya leaves within that 48 hours. Daniel was also upset that Malaya left. Quote, 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 by the way, I've been the only one there for them. Quote, he sobbed in an interview. Quote, she can't control them. Only I can. They act out whenever she's there. She always gets me to calm them down or to get them to stop fighting or feed them or get them up and put them to bed every night. She was asking me to do everything. It just breaks my heart not to ever see. It just breaks my heart not to ever see everybody. I don't know what that means. Okay. This is what he says. Daniel says, she always gets me to calm them down or to get them to stop fighting or to feed them or to get them up and put them to bed every night. She was asking me to do everything. It just breaks my heart not to ever see everybody. That makes me think, does that mean to never see them again? The last part there. But he didn't put them to bed Thursday night. And if he would normally wake them up for school, now let's get an amen ready. If he would normally wake them up for school, why was Malaya the one that set the alarm every night? Right? You can beg. That's fine. You can differ. That's fine. Um, no. But a mother does not completely seal herself off from any sort of being proactive in her children's case. It just doesn't happen. Not an interview, not even knocking on Janie's door, uh, leaving or any of that. No. Mm-mm. Not since day one. No, it doesn't. No. Now you can say she was abused or all of that. Um, fine. No problem. No problem. Even a mother that was leaving Daniel, right, would go to the damn neighbor's house or down the road while the investigation was happening, while they were searching for her kids. Yeah. People do, you only do what's important to you. If whatever is important to you, your actions will show. That is what I know. That is what I have seen, and that is what I've been trained. If MBM was leaving, it sounds like Janie and D was threatened about custody situation with Meadow. That could have less to higher escalation. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. But Daniel says he gets them up every night and all that. But again, his alarm wasn't set. He says he wasn't awake that early, which, yeah, he was, in my opinion, Daniel. Let's just be real. But he says he claims he was not awake that early and he didn't set an alarm or anything. So why would he be the one getting them up? He's the one that always says this. But it's very interesting how he always talks about he's the one that disciplines. The kids don't listen to Malaya, right? Or is it that they fear you? Is it that they fear you? Look at this photo. Look at this photo right here. This was what, Easter? They are definitely cuties, right? But look at their behavior. That breaks my fucking heart. That photo does. 1 second, y'all. Look at that. This was in Easter. Look at those babies' hands. Look at where they have their hands. These children, in my opinion, were not only neglected. Oh my God, guys, I just want to fucking cry when I see this. I just want to cry, and I also want to rage at the motherfuckers who did something to these babies. She's looking down. Look at her hands. You should be fucking ashamed, Malaya. You rotten ass. No good for nothing piece of garbage for allowing any son of a bitch to ever one time touch your kid. Let it happen one time. The next time, shame on you. Shame on you. You should have called the cops first time. If I had kids, like little kids, and I got with a new which I just wouldn't, but if I got with a new person and they looked at my kids fucking cross-eyed, they would be knocked into next year. It's hard to see this pic, but it's important because when people get emotional, when people get pissed off, when people get uncomfortable, not just hearing about it, but seeing these babies, that's when shit changes. That's when shit changes. And let me tell you something, Jack and Lilly. You were grossly failed by your biological mother, by even your biological father, and by your monstrous stepdad. But you won't be failed by us. You won't. You won't. You're not going to be failed by the RCMP either. Because this picture is stained in my mind. Thank you, Tina. In my opinion, DM was taking care of them by hurting them. Yep. Yep. Fuck, hold on one second. Hey, Wolfie, what's up?
Not much. How's it going?
Good. How are you? What's going on?
I'm great. Not much. Okay, so I got some information.
Okay.
And it's all true. It's all true.
Okay.
So I had to verify it to a couple people just to be sure I can release this. So anyway, I was in DT show just recently. So if anybody can grab those screenshots, that'd be great.
Take a look.
Durwood. Okay, so Durwood and Janie were both in the DT show. And the whole fish thing came up. I think somebody brought it up and was asking Janie about it. And Janie came back and again denied it.
Mm-hmm.
And Durwood piped up and said that, well, no, Janie, that's not what you told me. And apparently they were going at it back and forth in the chat. And then, so he made a phone call. I'm not going to say who that phone call was.
Durwood, meaning
and
he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he made a phone call to somebody. I'm not going to say who that name is, but I can verify that.
Mm-hmm.
And he showed up at the house over at the Martells, and Daniel wouldn't come out.
Today?
And,
or when?
It was just this week. It was just recently this week. And
so,
I can also verify that.
Just wait. Let me just, I got to describe this. We got to talk about this slow for the people listening. So you're saying Durwood went over to Daniel's this week and Daniel would not come out.
And he wouldn't come out.
He was being his puss self, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
And apparently Janie came out and they had a big yelling match between the two of them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So why did
That's all I know so far.
Why did Durwood go over there?
It was just after his confirmation with his phone call. Apparently, he wanted to make sure that he wanted to make sure he wasn't made out to be a big liar, and Janie tried to make him a big liar online, but also in front of him as well.
Well, but the problem is they're all liars.
Yeah.
I mean, they are. They are. But what I do hope now is that there's a rift between them, is that Durwood will actually start being honest.
Yeah.
That's what I do hope, right? Like, start being honest, Durwood, and tell us the truth and, redeem yourself.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Ritu, I call you Ritui. Those comments were on DT's chat.
Yeah. I also have some screenshots. I'm not sure if I sent them to you or not, but he was actually believing in Brad Wong. Believing Brad Wong's story.
Who is?
Durwood.
Durwood is saying that he believes Brad Wong?
Yep. I got screenshots of of that in the DT show just recently.
Interesting.
Yep.
Interesting. I might unblock Durwood now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I believe Brad and
So-
Justin 100%. I mean, 1,000% actually.
But if I've heard it from this is the second time I've heard it now this week, and I've heard it from this person tonight just to verify to see if I can release it or not, and I could release it, and it was So
yep, things are
that's where I'm at with
unraveling.
that.
Things are
And
unraveling.
Basically, I'm saying that everybody's starting to turn on each other. That's what it sounds like to me.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So,
Yep. Which is, Durwood needs to come forth and say what he truly knows, nothing embellished, nothing untrue, just what you know.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So,
I 100%.
Yep. Can you send me that chat where they was saying stuff in that room? Do you have that?
I wasn't in that room for that, but I was in the room when he was talking about Brad Wong.
Can you send me that?
That's why I was asking if I can send that to you, but
if anyone has. Okay, hold on. I think I got it. Someone just messaged me. I just had a source message me. 1 second.
Okay.
Maybe shit. Hold on. Yeah, we need to see it. They didn't send it. Yeah, send it to me.
I'll go back and I can look and see maybe I can find it on their chat.
Okay.
This week, I'll take a look and skim through it and see if I can find it. But if anybody that's out there,
if anybody has it, send it to me. You can send it to me.
Send it to you?
Here's my text. You can text it or email it right there.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Wolfie. All right.
No worries.
All right.
Okay. Have a night.
All right. Bye-bye. Yeah. Well, hopefully, if all that is going on, yeah, exactly. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Durwood did a lot of lying. And so yeah, if anyone has that chat, please send it to me. Text it, email it right there. That would be very interesting. Okay. And yeah, Meadow looks someone just sent me a picture of Meadow and Daniel. Meadow looks so much better now that she's away from all the toxic, literally toxic toxicity, mentally, physically, emotionally around there as well. Okay, moving on. Thank you so much, Tina. Appreciate you guys. Make sure you hit that thumbs up if you haven't yet. Would greatly appreciate it. Was Meadow taken away from Mom? So Meadow had to be away from the home. Grandma was given temporary custody, and Malaya was allowed to be around Meadow, but Daniel wasn't. And that says a lot as well, y'all. That says a lot as well. Hold on 1 second. Now, then Malaya took Meadow, wasn't supposed to have her alone. And Cindy did the right thing and called on her daughter. and messed that up as well. So neither one of them can only see her with supervised visits now. What's that, Miss Tiffy? Go ahead and tell us. Go ahead and tell us. It seems like that triggered someone. Did that phone call trigger you? I hope Meadow is adopted to a decent family. No, Meadow will go back, I bet. Right. No, we know that Daniel's a piece of shit, meth, smoking, abusive, POS, and that those kids were neglected at best. Yeah, at best. The best situation out of all of this is that the kids are alive and the kids were neglected and abused. That's the best situation. Right? Highly unlikely. Highly unlikely. Malaya shouldn't be allowed to see. Malaya shouldn't be allowed to see. Yeah. Yeah. Malaya, Belinda won't get Meadow. She's not family. What do you mean? That's her paternal grandmother, Darlene. That's her paternal grandmother. I mean, that she's more likely to be able to get her than if a stranger can that's been qualified to get her, of course a grandmother paternal grandmother could get her. Right? Did I read it wrong? Belinda won't get Meadow. She is not family. Oh, Meadow. Sorry. I don't know what the fuck I'm thinking. Sorry. You're absolutely right. Sorry. I got you. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. Sorry. I'm confused, not you. You're not confused. I'm confused. It was me. Sorry, I apologize for that. Marlene, thank you so much, my dear. Appreciate your support, my love. Thank you. Thank you, baby. Appreciate that very, very much. God bless and protect you, my darling. Thank you so much. All right. Cindy could get Meadow. Yeah, she could. She absolutely could. But it just depends on, the conditions. If she's never allowed to be around, like her mother until she's 18, I don't think Miss Cindy would do that probably. Right? I doubt that. Okay. So look at this picture. Very sad. Very sad. Let me see here. Remember how Malaya's stepfather said he went to put his hand up on her head one day and flinch, right? This is nervousness. Kids will do this. They'll play with their hands or whatever. This is nervousness. They don't know what to do. Right? Look at Jack. He's standing in a, upright, tense arms there. Again, his hands right there as well. Very sad. This is Easter. They go missing It is a trauma response. Thank you, Stormy. Yeah, someone said that his eye looks black there, but I can't tell. I'm not going to say either way on this one, to be honest with you. I don't know if it's shadow or what, but nothing would surprise me. Because remember, according to the math tell, they got black eyes all the time. All the time. Right? Right. A 4 and a 6-year-old does not get black eyes all the time. That's absolute bullshit. Credit goes to my friend and yours, Hunter S. True Crime. He's up to 1.54K, guys. Sub up to Hunter S. True Crime. I'm going to drop a link. I love Hunter S. True Crime. Beautiful mind. How he puts things together. Okay. Here we go. Just make sure you hit that thumbs up if you haven't yet.
Searching any further once Malaya had left. So I figured if she left, something tells me she had to have had a very, very good reason to leave. Is it because
This is coming from the grandmother who knows Malaya very well, or at least did at one time. Right? Because Malaya, according to Belinda, was a good mother at one time. No, Wade is not blood related to Jack and Lilly, but
she knows her babies are alive? I really, really hope so. But this other part of me tells me no.
Could you put a 1 in the chat if there is no way you could leave? You might leave the house, right? You might leave the house if your relationship isn't good. But you would be in the area. Put a 2 if you would leave the area, never be around, the investigation as far as while they were searching, wouldn't answer people's questions, decline interviews, and not even so much to share your missing kids on social media. Put a 2 if you would do that, like Malaya. Haven't seen anybody yet. It's unthinkable. Sure is. Well, it's not about what happened behind the scenes. It's not even about what happened behind the scenes. It has nothing to do with behind the scenes. It has to do, it's not about Daniel in this situation. It's not about what happened between her and Daniel. No, I disagree. I disagree, Sherry Lynn. No, it has nothing to do with that. It's not about Daniel. It's not about if he was a monster or he was a loving, doting boyfriend. It's about her kids. You can say, I'll be down at the other end of the road. I'll be at the neighbor's house. I'll be sitting in my car. I'll be looking. I'll be sharing flyers out. Right? Just my ex took my kids when I was leaving. The cops got us out pronto. Yeah. Yep. It's about sharing that your kids are missing, answering questions that people may have gotten wrong that you can fill them in on. It's not about Daniel, because most of us would move heaven and earth for our kids. Period. No man, no woman is going to stop you. Number one priority, my children. Yes, Stormy. That's what it's about. Now, I do believe Malaya is afraid of Daniel now. I do. I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that. But it's about your priority. It's always about your priority. Is your priority your kids? Is it about getting Meadow back? Is it about finding the truth about your kids? I mean, I don't really expect a lot of a mother who says she has sick kids and doesn't check on them while she doesn't get up to pee at night or check on a fever or that morning even, right? So it's not really shocking for a mother to expect a mother who doesn't check on her kids at all, sick kids, during the night or the morning, and marks them absent before she even goes in the room and checks on them. So, but I digress.
Her whole interview was definitely off.
It's been raining and they're probably soaking wet, but with the sun today, I'm hopeful that they are feeling warm. We're all filled with pain and sorrow because
Sorrow. What's the first word what's the first word? Write the first word that when you think of the word sorrow, what's the first word you think of in chat? Write the first word, just the first word that you think of when you think of sorrow. Mhm. Death, death, mourning, death, 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 grief, death, 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 grief, lost someone, grief, grieving, death, grief, unaliving, death, unalive, death, 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 grieving, loss, death, grieving, grief, grief, loss, unalive, sad, death, mourning, grief, death, death. Yeah, you get the point. Sorrow. Thank you, Cheryl. Praying for a Christmas miracle. Thank you so much, my dear. Appreciate you. Here we go.
we just want them found. We want them home. Everyone loves them. They're so sweet. They talk to anyone. They'll talk your ear off. They They will speak to anyone in a store, everyone. But there's always, in a mother's mind,
They'll talk to anyone, right? They'll talk to anyone, and they'll speak to in the store, especially, Daniel says, if you offered, food or drinks. Okay, Wolfie, gotcha. Now, I'm not an expert in autism or anything, and it is a vast difference, right? In how people react. But generally, the experiences that I have had, people are not, not going to speak. They're not going to just come up to you and talk to anybody. You know what I mean? Okay. Thank you for sending those, Wolfie. Why is the damn thing not? Your browser has blocked your screen. Okay. Look at this. Durwood, LOL, no sarcasm. I believe Bradley saw headlights up the rise, but whose were they? So I don't think he's saying that he believes Bradley. I think he's saying that he believes Bradley saw lights, but whose were they? He's questioning who they were. Could have been anyone. That's what I get out of it. Some in the area who was a neighbor claimed the party the night before and claimed they didn't know kids lived there, then said the party was a different day. I don't know about that. One thing Daniel did say that was interesting was, no, not that day. We didn't have a party. Oh, never mind. I digress. Here we go. Durwood O'Grady, if this is the exact Durwood, Bradley Wong is truthful. Which, again, if this is Durwood, if it's the true Durwood, he's been very dishonest. And I hope that he can be truthful for once. Would be nice. Okay. Is lying now. I know a lot more than I did last week. I confronted Janie today, and Daniel wouldn't even come out of the trailer. I believe most of Daniel's family know what happened. Malaya knows exactly where the kids are. And as of now, I'm done with all of them. Too many liars, including Daniel. So again, I don't have a header for this. This was sent to me. So I can't, again, validate that this is actually Durwood, just for transparency. But I will say, again, if this is Durwood, it sounds like Durwood, in my opinion. But again, I can't verify that. I don't believe Malaya knows specifically where the kids are. I believe she knows what happened, but I don't believe she actually knows the physical location of where Jack and Lilly are. I don't believe that. But I do believe she knows what happened. I do believe Janie probably knows now, perhaps, or Justin, maybe even Earl, perhaps. But no, I don't believe Malia knows. I believe she knows what happened. Absolutely. And when I say where, I mean the physical location, in my opinion. Now, what happened? Yeah, in my opinion. Right? Justin, did you ever hear this? Darlene said on DT's channel that she was trying to find out who left Daniel at midnight and another person at 1 a.m. Thursday night. Nope. 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 Mm-mm. But no.
Always thinking the worst. Last night was one of the worst nights because I didn't have them in their beds. And I don't want to go through that another night without them.
Okay, I found
I
it.
wanted to go.
1 second. Thank you so much for sending me that, my dear. I appreciate this very much. Coming back to this. Here is, I believe this is what Wolfie was talking about. Again, if this is Durwood, again, I don't know Durwood's exact screen name, and if it's the same, you don't know who's on the screen or whatever. Is Daniel a heavy drug user or smokes that? I think he El Smokos it. Janie heard a female escort the children around 8:30 to 9 a.m. Now, again, I want to say if this is Durwood, one. Number two, Mr. Durwood was pushing this as well. Don't forget about that. Remember, Malaya came back from this dark car or whatever that he was saying. Okay. Okay. Is there something here? Okay. And here's the next one. Janie heard a female escort the kids out around 8:30 to 8:40. Now, again, you can tell this is coming from Daniel, in my opinion. Why do I say that? Because Mr. Daniel, according to DT, has said that Daniel believes that someone of Malaya's family was in the home while Lily was peeking through the door and Jack was in the kitchen and took the kids. And that's how Daniel originally said about, he's like, oh, we can't find Jack or Lily's, or sorry, not Lily, sorry, scratch that. We can't find Jack's coat. And he couldn't reach it, implying that there was someone in the house, like an adult, that could have gotten Jack's coat. Remember, He heard him in the kitchen, he says, but nothing was, torn apart or anything like that. But then, conveniently, scratch that, Daniel says, I found the code. It's insanity. Insanity. That anyone could believe Daniel, this whacked out math person. Now, moving forward. Hey, Belinda, good to see you, honey. Daniel heard the female escort kids come out 8:30 or 8:40. No, bullshit. Okay, let me see here. Now, again, look at this. Someone says, again, assuming it is Janie, and when I say Janie, I mean roll your own. They manipulated me for cigarettes and dog treats. Janie, the one who says she was raking, but then wasn't for the pool, Janie. The Dollarama Janie, the one that looks at you like this at the pharmacy when you're checking out with nothing but lube and Reese cups, judging you, Janie. That Janie. Saying, Janie, I didn't hear anything but the kids. I didn't hear anything but the kids. Right? Well, that's interesting, isn't it? If that is true, Janie, then you didn't clear up that when Durwood was talking about seeing Malaya, and actually she may even said that as well, I can't remember, coming back in this dark colored SUV or something like that. Durwood Grady 4666 says, DT, explain the wander off theory against Janie, saying she heard a female escort the children out of the yard around 8:40 a.m. And yes, if Belinda's in here, guys, do you remember the shh? The shh. They talk about now. Daniel has said certain things like, read Belinda's comment. Mods, can y'all text me Belinda's comment? Let me see. Where is Miss Belinda? Do I have Belinda in blue? I should have Belinda. Hey, everyone. Okay, but what's her comment? I don't see her comment. I just see it says, hey, everyone. Thank you, Sarah. Justin Durwood called me to see. Okay. Justin Durwood called me to see it I remembered Janie hearing a shushing sound, and I told him yes. I also heard it from Daniel, and he told me that Janie is denying that now. Holy hell. Boy, they're just fucking collapsing from their lies. Holy shit. The only person, and I mean the only person I believe in this, that has anything to do with it, is Belinda, and Belinda alone. Hi, Justin. Durwood called me to see it. I remembered Janie hearing a shushing sound, and I told him yes. I also heard it from Daniel, and he told me that Janie is denying that now. So, attention, Daniel and Janie to the office, please. Daniel and Janie to the office. Come on out. Janie, I know you're watching. Why don't you two explain this shing sound that you're now denying? How can anybody believe you two? No wonder, no matter where you guys go, people are side eyeing you. Janie, Daniel, no wonder. Why are you two lying on a 4 and a 6-year-old? Let's get real for a moment. 2 innocent children. Why are y'all lying about stories? It should be no problem to say the damn truth about what happened that morning. Why are you saying things to certain people and then saying something on one interview, something with the RCMP, and something different on a text? Your entire morning on May 2nd, 2025, collapsed. It's over. Right? Yeah, it makes, you know what's really bad about bullying? Bullying a 4 and 6 years old, an adult who cannot control their own behavior, and they criticize and, in my opinion, hit children because they can't control their own feelings, and they think that the child should behave when they can't even themselves. Right? We're asking for the truth. One good, truthful story that makes sense. That's what we want. It's not only what we want, more importantly, it's what Jack and Lilly deserve. That's what it is. It's what I was talking about in my members only live, showing for those of you that was there, how people will say all of this never once think about the kids. Well, this is this and this is this. Still don't make this right. When you are little, you don't forget abuse out of an adult. No, it's scary. It's very scary. These are growing minds. Growing minds. Learning. Right. Oh, it absolutely does. That's called aiding and abetting here. Or not, accessory after the fact, rather. It's funny, Misty. But DM Firehorse says, playing devil's advocate, what if Janie isn't covering for DM, but DM covering for Mommy Dearest? No. Mm-mm. Nope. Mm-mm. Janie didn't do this. Janie didn't do this. Mm-mm. Nope. But if she can hear, allegedly, 2 little kids out in the night or in the morning playing on a swing, then she could certainly hear, I don't know, a loud car that was going in and out of the night because the neighbor across the valley could hear it. And trust me, nothing, and I mean nothing, gets by my little Tucka. Nothing. At all. My little Tucka, he is everything. He's very stressed. He has fallen out. It was terrible. I mean, the last time I had a pap smear, the doctor needed rubber gloves and an oyster shucker. Okay? Tucka knows. Okay. I mean, listen, I talked to the news so I could get cigarettes and dog treats. I am only trying to make Tucka have a better life. Okay? I'm just giving Tucka a better life. You do what you gotta do for some roll your owns and for some dog treats. You don't like the way I say dog? Dog treats. Come on now. Yeah. Poor little Daniel. Poor little Daniel. Nobody has seen inside her caravan, have they? I mean, if we're talking about the caravan, I mean, Earl definitely has. Earl has definitely seen a caravan. I mean, it's probably why she needs an oyster shucker. You know what I mean? But that's a whole nother story. Okay. Moving on here. Daniel thought he was. He thought he was. That's the math speaking, honey. That's the math. Daniel wrecked his mom's car and dad's and everyone else's.
And I wanted to speak to Daniel.
Listen to Miss Balea here.
I wanted to go and I wanted to speak to Daniel. So My sister took me there. She dropped me off. I walked towards the trailer. Janie come out of the trailer and asked who I was. And as I was stating who I was, Daniel come out and said that that's Belinda, Cody's mom. So he come out and I said, well, I hope you talk to me. And he said, I will. He said, I don't want to talk here. Let's go out in the driveway further. So that's what we did. We walked out to the middle of the driveway. And
Yes, Bubbly Beth, you're absolutely right. Good to see you, by the way, honey. In the country forest, noise travels like stars are out at the night, but in the country, you can see them clearly everywhere. Yeah, the country, you certainly can. I was telling people in my members only just a little bit ago. I lived about 6 miles away from a highway, and you could hear the 18-wheelers and stuff like that just as clear as anything in the morning at night. Janie's got a rake.
I told him that I had tried contacting Malaya and she did block me. And he said, yeah, he said, weird, isn't it? Then he,
Yeah. You block the grandmother of Jack and Lilly. Yeah, God forbid she might ask a question, right? God forbid, Malaya want to keep that communication going, right? God forbid Belinda ask her Malaya, like Malaya said in a very, I think it was even before Belinda got there. I have reason to believe that the kids may have been abducted. Why don't you explain that, Malaya? What's your reasoning? Because RCMP says no bueno. Belinda has advocated for Jack and Lilly in 1 hour more than the woman who carried them, pushed them out of her body, fed them, saw their first steps, all of this. Now you think about that and you tell me if it's normal for a mother to do that. She'd rather be at the beach. She'd rather be with her mans. She'd rather being, partying.
proceeded to tell me that the whole thing is strange and he thinks Cindy and Malaya's half sister had something to do with it because he said the whole thing just doesn't make sense to him.
And that's on everything I have, the person I am.
Now, again, this is Daniel saying that he thinks Malaya and her sister did something. Now, Daniel is angry at Malaya. And again, that's why I was showing you this document from the Globe and Mail where the reporter said the following. In an interview, he was especially preoccupied that Malaya had left him and gone to stray with her mother. Quote, Daniel, she's going to try to blame everything on me, but she doesn't get in trouble, end quote, he said. What would there be to blame? I asked. At that stage, search and rescue teams were still scouring the woods for Lilly and Jack, and many appeared to have hope the children would be found alive. Daniel says, quote, I don't know, end quote, he said. The reporter says, what he said struck me. It continued to perplex me as Greg and I sought answers over the following weeks, gathering information from neighbors, family, friends, elected officials, and police. We learned that behind the scenes, people's concerns for the children's welfare had already raised red flags. As our questions about Jack and Lily's home life became more focused around drug use, controlling behavior, signs of potential abuse and neglect regarding the children, and financial struggles, Daniel stopped taking our calls and answering our messages. Malaya has only done one interview, one of the few times she made a public plea for Jack and Lilly. That says everything. Margie, welcome to the family. Appreciate you, my dear. Good to see you. Thank you so much, my love. Really do appreciate you. Thank you, love. Good to see you and appreciate you. Oh, Christine, thank you. I just say, very generous of you, my dear. Came for my late flip. Oh my God. Get the late slips ready. Get the late slips ready. Hold on. There went my damn camera. There went my camera. Christine, to the office, please. You're being paged. Christine, to the office, please. You're being paged. We need a late slip for our beautiful little Christine. Good to see you, baby. Thank you so much, my dear. Thank you, loves. Daniel wanted Logan to take Meadow. Yes. Hold on. I'm going to fix my camera. I'm going to play this. Fix it. Take 2 seconds.
Would not do that in the midst of to obstruct a case for missing children, regardless if they're related to me or not. I would never.
But he also gave the interview of the we.
And then we noticed the boots were gone. We went outside, made our way into the backyard. We didn't see them anywhere.
So right off the bat, if he's stating that we.
Yeah.
And he was protecting her, well, that was the very first morning. What was he protecting her from? She sent her kids off with a couple of friends. The police turn around, go back. We don't need you. She sent the kids off. It's not an emergency. They're not.
Exactly. Belinda is right on it. She's right on it. Abso-freaking-lutely. 1 second here. Make sure we are. Oh, 1 second, y'all. Bear with me. I just need to refresh. So sorry, guys. Alrighty, we are back loud and clear. Mods, how many thumbs ups do we got in both chats? Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Here we go. Mother chickens. We, all the way home. Daniel says. And he does. Yes, please hit that thumbs up, y'all. Here we go. And again, credit goes to our friend and yours, Hunter S. True Crime. Make sure you like and subscribe. Brilliant mind. And I'm going to drop the link. Oh, Daniel. Mother chicken, mother chicken.
RCMP, open up.
RCMP, open up. Here we go.
Missing.
Mhm.
But
Right.
what? He went along with the wee right from day one because he was protecting her, because he knew right from day one
Mhm.
what she did. So that part of it doesn't make sense. What struck me is they're all stating she left through the back door for the boot print to be where it's at. Why wouldn't she have gone out the front door? She bypassed Jamie's place and it would be right out to the road then.
Exactly.
I believe I'm catching on to who got them, who trans.
All right, now listen to Durwood here and his Nope shirt. Durwood reminds me of a cartoon from the 90s, and I can't remember the damn cartoon. It was a guy that had a mustache like him. I don't think it was a very popular cartoon, but it reminds me of, I'm trying to think of something. I can't remember what it was. I can't remember. Hey, Nomni, good to see you, my love. Thank you so much for your super sticker. Really do. Yosemite Sam. Drunky the Clown. Check. Snidey Whiplash. Check.
Part of them. Now the cops are after me to tell
He's probably like, Justin, you remind me of like RuPaul or something.
them names that I believe, but it's only speculation.
Why would they hide the kids? What would be your explanation of why Malaya would want to hide these kids?
There's not.
There's two reasons that I
Nope.
can see. There's two reasons
There's
possible
not one
why
reason.
they would hide the kids. Number one is to protect the kids, possibly from some abuse that was going on in the household,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Nope. No, ma'am. Nope. If you was scared of abuse going, hey, plant lady, good to see you, honey. If you was scared of abuse going on in the home, thanks, Jen. Then after the popo got there, you would tell them. I need I was scared. I didn't know how to get out, even though your parents is trying to bring U-Hauls and all that stuff there to get you out. No.
Now, both Malaya and Daniel have accused each other of being abusive to the kids. I believe.
Now, Belinda said that she never knew of Malaya to, be abusive, but people can change. I'll say something. I'll say Froghorn Leghorn. No, not Froghorn Leghorn. He was like a scientist or something like that. I can't remember what it was. No, not Back to the Future.
One parent under disciplined the kids, and I believe the other parent tried to discipline the kids a little bit. And they didn't like that, and that's what some arguing in that was about. And then I believe the complaining of one person to a bunch of family members led into other family members deciding to do something about it. But we're 99% sure
99.
That the kids got transported to the end of the driveway. They got put into a vehicle. They got transported somewhere else and shifted off to someone else.
Now, 99% sure. Now, where did he get that from? Well, supposedly, and he says it in DT's chat, that they heard the thing going on, right? But now Miss Junkyard Janie is denying that, right? So 1 second. Okay, here we go. Daniel has been saying, hold on, let me read this. Belinda's text Malaya, quote, Daniel has been saying to YouTubers that he believes you had the kids taken that morning and he woke up when you came back to bed. Again, what I tell you, it's all boiling back to Daniel. Talking about the Colonel. Yeah. It's all boiling back to Daniel. What'd I say? Belinda continues, your grandmother's cousin has been thinking the same thing. He too has been on social media. Your grandmother's cousin has been saying that he's been social media. Malaya replies, which your grandmother, that would be Durwood. OMF. I can't even listen to that. The truth always comes out. Now that's interesting to me because I do believe that the truth always comes out. Yes. And Daniel is throwing her under the bus here. But again, to me, this points more toward, again, Daniel. The truth always comes out. She might get in trouble, but I do believe that she would rather have the truth come out than Daniel have the truth come out, because I think one is more culpable than the other. That's a good one, Bubbly Beth. That's a good one too. It's not the one I was thinking of, but that's a pretty good one.
Would you have noticed if she got out of bed?
No, I would have been
Listen.
sleeping. I would have been sleeping. I didn't even know she called the kids and asked it until I got the email on my phone.
Well, I mean, you woke up when Lily popped her head in, right? So you were
Yes, I did. Because there's a lock on the door, right? Yeah. And I heard like the lock rattle.
He's uncomfortable here, obviously, because DT's like, well, but you heard a lock on a door, right? And oh, yes, I did. Yes, I did. Okay, 1 second.
So if you're already have been woken up, Lily's popping in, so you've already woken up to a certain extent, maybe not fully awakened, but you've woken up to the point where you've acknowledged that the child has come in and out. Do you think in that moment, maybe not earlier, maybe not early in the morning, but from the moment that you were awoken, from the time that Lily popped her head in, the time that you were fully awake, do you think that Malaya could have gotten out of bed without you noticing?
I think she could have, but you have to remember too, the baby was laying on her arm as well. Oh, so, like the baby was sleeping on top of her right arm.
So it's unlikely that she got out of bed.
I mean, it's unlikely.
So this is the question. Then why was Daniel and allegedly Janie pushing this? Not Stalin, Joe. Why were they pushing this? Because Durwood has said that pretty much from the beginning, right? Oh, Carrie and Nancy, I agree. None.
But it is possible. I mean, anything's possible, but I think Meadow may have be woken up when she's actually moving.
Gotcha. And
But
so
it is possible, Daniel. I mean, anything's possible. This case is just an absolute circus. So
You're
anything's
the
possible.
fucking circus. You and your.
I would like whoever has the kids or whoever knows where the kids are, please, if they want to and they want to get out of trouble, please drop them off where they picked them up. They will be safe. We will get them. We will get them to the authorities. If they want to drop the kids off of here, and if they got the kids to yell, my dog would let me know that they're out there. I will go get them, and I will make sure they are safe.
Your dog would let them know they were out there, right, Janie? Just like you said. Just like you said, if Jack and Lily had walked out on their own, they would have your dog would have alerted. But what about this loud ass car going in and out after 12:30? When Malaya said she woke up and Daniel was in the bathroom cooking up the place, if you know what I mean, with his mathematics. Around that time?
As I said, the accusation and the rumors have to stop. It's not good for me, for my.
Not good for me. Who it's really not good for? All these stories that it sounds like what your son has clearly said, done, blamed. It's not good for Jack and Lily. Why are people keeping changing? For me, my dog, for my grandchildren, especially for Jack and Lily. She said the first thing that came to her mind, me, my dog, and my grandchildren. Convinced more about herself and her dog. She does. She humanizes that dog. It's very bizarre, Michelle. It's very bizarre. Hey, Lakeside baby, good to see you, honey. Very bizarre. I don't know.
My dog, for my grandchildren especially, for Lily and Jack. These accusations have got to stop.
But I mean, the narrative's always been targeted at me, right? Though, Daniel.
Gotcha.
And I'll stay in the spotlight as long as it takes, because as long as I'm the target, the individuals or groups or whoever has the kids, they're gonna feel more relaxed, and that gives investigators a chance to strike.
So you believe that the kids are alive?
Yes, 100%. I hope every day. I believe the exact same as RCMP do. They didn't go into the woods.
What do you believe happened?
Now
I don't want to go into any theories. I don't want to point any fingers.
Why? You did on national television.
Because I've done that so many times online, so I'm gonna refrain from doing it, Daniel.
Do you think it was an outsider?
No, because on the second day they came out and said this is not an abduction. An abduction means that the individual or parties that took the kids wouldn't be known by the kids. That's when
Daniel, your $10 test did not pay off well, honey. There is familiar abduction, and then there is stranger abduction. And neither one of them happened, in my opinion. And the RCMP says there's nothing to point to there.
abduction is. So when the RCMP said it wasn't an abduction, that means the person that has the kids is known by them. And because I was with Malaya for 3 years, I think I may know the person that has the kids, right? Because I was involved in the kids' life and I was involved in Malaya's life.
Mm-hmm.
I'm an open book, to be honest, and most times I don't understand why nobody else is. I believe everybody should be an open book.
Right?
But I do. It does bother me when I hear Daniel say that, well, he knows certain things, but he can't say certain things. It bothers me when I hear Darren say, well, he knows the names of certain people. He believes he knows who took them. But he doesn't want to jeopardize things. Listening to Darren's story, and apparently this is what Daniel feels too. But yet he searched for days in the woods and went on TV to state that if he has to, he'll search for the rest of his life.
I'm going to keep fighting for the rest of my life to find these kids. That's the only goal I have at this point.
And that strikes me odd if in the back of his mind, he really believes because his mom heard the kids and she almost caught her handing the kids off, that if they really believe that to be true and they gave their statements, but the police didn't want to listen, I'd be telling the reporters, I'd be telling the whole world. I cannot see her going through all these lengths to get her kids out of there when she could have left.
Absolutely.
I know her mom would have picked her up. She had her own vehicle. She could have left any time. I just can't see that. It doesn't make sense to me. And then he proceeded to tell me of how he searched. Now, I have to say that part struck me weird because as he was telling me how he searched Friday, he was telling me word for word what I heard on the TV interviews. And I mean, it was basically word for word. And that struck me as off. That just struck me as totally off. Right down to the culverts, the dirt roads, waist deep in the water, word for word. And I thought that was really, really odd.
Last few days have been very stressful. I mean, ever since the Friday morning when we noticed that the children were gone. Immediately jumped in the vehicle, surveyed all the areas, many dirt roads, many culverts as I could, and waited for the police to get there.
Hold on, listen to that right there.
Days have been,
and I thought that was really, really odd.
Last few days have been very stressful.
The last few days have been really stressful. That's interesting. May 2nd is when they went missing. The last few days, 2 days in.
I mean, ever since the...
You mean, then he corrects it. Ever since the kids have been missing, he says.
Friday morning, when we noticed that the children were gone.
Friday morning?
Immediately jumped in the vehicle, surveyed all the areas, many dirt roads, many culverts as I could, and waited for the police to get there. As soon as I seen they were missing, I jumped right in the vehicle, and I did every dirt road and searched every culvert.
As soon as I seen that they were gone, I immediately jumped in the car, did all the dirt roads, did all the culverts,
I checked everywhere. I checked over the rivers, the streams. I did everything.
We were searching. We covered everywhere possible. Even in the first day, we did. Even with me running through the woods, I was ahead of the helicopters and ahead of the drones and stuff like that. Screaming as loud as I can, just until my throat hurt. Running through water that was up to my waist.
It's amazing how screaming will make his throat hurt, but the math at 12:30 at night in the bathroom doesn't. Go figure.
I wasn't allowed back in the woods until a man dressed in military outfit said I could.
Oh, he wasn't allowed back in the woods, guys. But remember, he said after the 10 minutes, he rode around and all that. He then got on his ATV and surveyed the 20 or 30 acres. He does, Bonaboo. He does. He hides a lot under that.
Go back into the woods. A man dressed in military outfit said I could go back into the woods.
Did it trigger you going back in the woods, Daniel?
And it wasn't until after I left that I noticed there was no dog barking. But I had asked Daniel when I was there anyway.
Look at that dog. Seriously, look at the side eye. Let me zoom. No, this dog is literally side eyeing. I mean, I would be pretty pissed off too if I lived in with Janie. Get me out. I mean, listen, this is probably the only dog that has a smoker's voice, a smoker's bark. Ruff, 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 motherfucker, ruff, ruff. Get me out. She thinks I'm stressed because of everybody else. You hear this bitch scream 24/7. No wonder I'm losing my patience. He's a cute dog. He is a cute dog. But she humanizes the dog. She does humanize the dog. He's got a smoker's bark, Janie. Or Jin. Sorry, Janie. Got a smoker's bark. Right.
That was not their fault. When I was there, I asked Daniel what kind of a dog his mom had.
Then her dog Tucker started barking.
Come on. I heard the kids. After that, I heard nothing.
My dog, this is his property. And as I said, if my brothers or my family come and they knock before they come in here. My dog is not a vicious dog, but it is his property. He knows people that come here.
And is there anything else, Belinda, that Darren
Yeah.
can...
Does Justin own a dog? I know I seen a big dog. Well, I didn't particularly see the dog. I heard the dog. And I know what a small dog sounds like compared to a large dog. But my daughter seen the dog and my sister seen the dog. They only seen the dog's head because it was up at the window.
That I don't know, Belinda. I don't know if Justin owns a dog or not, and
Well, you
I don't
can
think
find
I
out.
laid my eyes on Justin. Yeah. So no, I don't know if he owns a dog or not. And by the way, see, there's another thing. If everybody was talking, we know more about Justin. We know more about the dogs. We know more about everything.
Because I said if somebody come into the property and took.
Where's the other dog? You know something? He does. I think he has a scar, but when you go back, It looks pretty pronounced here, whatever that is there. But if you go, let me see here. Hold on.
Whoever has the kids, they're gonna feel more relaxed, and that gives them.
That's interesting. It does. It does. I mean, look at there. You damn right it does. Look at that. It's right there, but right here. Let me look right here.
When they seen they were missing, I jumped right in the vehicle, and I did every dirt.
Immediately jumped
every culvert.
as soon as I seen that they were gone.
We were searching. We covered everywhere possible.
It's bigger there. It's bigger there. Don't y'all think? Well, there was a fight Thursday night. Family members has said that
Even in the first day, we did. Even with me.
Okay, here we go.
Said I could.
That was not.
Tucker started barking.
I asked Daniel what kind of a dog his mom had.
Then her dog Tucker started barking.
Come on. I heard the kids. After that, I heard nothing. My dog, this is his property. And as I said, if my brothers or my family come and they knock before they come in here. My dog is not a vicious dog, but it is his property. He knows.
Poor Tucker.
Those people that come here.
And is there anything else, Belinda, that Darren?
Yeah. Does
Yeah.
Justin own a dog? I know I seen a big dog. Well, I didn't particularly see the dog. I heard the dog. And I know what a small dog sounds like compared to a large dog. But my daughter seen the dog and my sister seen the dog. They only seen the dog's head because it was up at the window.
Baby.
That
And
I don't
this-
know, Belinda. I don't know if Justin owns a dog or not, and I
Well, you
don't
could
think
find
I
out.
laid my eyes on Justin.
Yeah.
So no, I don't know if he owns a dog or not. And by the way, see, there's another thing. If everybody was talking, we know more about Justin. We know more about the dogs. We know more about everything.
Would stop barking, didn't bark. And he said, well, that's the thing. He said, Mom's dog didn't bark and it didn't wake her up.
Listen to that. Hold on.
I said,
More about Justin. We know
property.
about the dogs. We know more about everything.
Listen to this.
Because I said, if somebody come into the property and took the kids, I said, wouldn't your mom's dog bark? Because it barked all day Saturday. It would stop barking.
One of the reporters in one of her reporting, she said, a dog that constantly barks in her reporting.
And he said, well, that's the thing. He said, Mom's
Early
dog didn't bark and it didn't wake her up.
Mom's dog didn't bark and didn't wake her up.
I said, well, then I can't see somebody being able to take the kids because I said the dog should bark. She said, exactly.
Okay, I went and I laid down. Next thing you know, my dog started barking and the kids were out in the yard. Now, if you can see, there's two swings.
This is why this entire story falls flat. Now, look, I mean, there's a stove in this motorhome, which is very unsafe. Very unsafe, number one. But it's got this piping and it's got this little piece of metal. You know, the window's completely open with this little piece of metal. Like, it's not, you know, there's holes everywhere. You would be able to hear everything out there.
Where the kids play. My bedroom is right there. I heard the kids.
After that, I heard nothing.
You had mentioned in my live about his mother's dog in the RV barking.
Listen.
Just shortly after 9 on Friday the 2nd.
No,
And
that's a chimney.
when we were talking about the dog,
No, she has a wood stove in that. She's got a wood stove in her motorhome. Belinda has been right all along, just taking. Yeah. Yep, she has.
had made a
Daniel's cousin Logan and Malaya's friend Cheryl did an interview with Hidden in the Fog on January
stated that
27th.
the dog is really triggered
when Lily does that screaming.
Yeah, mainly by Lily screaming and is triggered by the kids.
Yes.
And I had asked you the specific. I had said to you, "Well, wouldn't the dog have barked if somebody had walked on the property?"
I'm not 100% sure because
precisely that's exactly what I was getting at. I couldn't remember precisely your words, but you had said, "Yeah, I don't know," but you said, "I do know that the dog is triggered by the sound of the children."
Yeah.
Okay, and the only reason I raised this is that Daniel said in the CBC interview that he just recently did that. Or the CBC had stated that the dog barks at everything.
I can never hear the dog when I get there.
Andrea, that's so funny. Next, Daniel will be driving the RV and smash that. Oh my God. Daniel could wreck an RV without a motor. He could wreck an RV. He could crash an RV without a damn motor. Vroom, vroom.
The dog's always my grandmother. My aunt always has the dog in her RV. So if I'm not paying attention for the dog, I ain't listening for the dog. The whole time that I knew the dog, I never really paid.
He could. Bubbly Beth says, if it's Daniel, in my opinion, Malaya could have told him the night before she was leaving. He could have waited until she fell asleep and took the kids at night to keep her there and just lied in the morning. Sure could have. Sure could have. But the thing with that, Bubbly, I've thought about that many times as well. The thing is, Malaya has told people, and yes, she has told people that she woke up at midnight and Daniel was doing math in the bathroom. And that loud ass car in the yard is gonna, yeah. What'd she slip on? What'd I miss?
When I get there, the dog's always
that.
Now Logan's gonna take up first.
Or the CBC had stated that the dog barks at everything.
I can never hear the dog when I get there. The dog's always.
She can never hear the dog when she gets there.
Always my grandmother. My aunt always has the dog in her RV. So if I'm not paying attention for the dog, I ain't listening for the dog. The whole time.
Well, it's not that you're listening. It's that you know if a dog's barking or not. You don't have to listen for the dog. She said, I knew the dog. Oh, that's very interesting. Let me look at these words.
I couldn't remember precisely your words, but you had said, "Yeah, I don't know," but you said, "I do know that the dog is triggered by the sound of the children."
Yeah.
Okay, and the only reason I raised this is that Daniel said in the CBC interview that he just recently.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, why would she be putting a pool up in front of her dashboard of her home where the dog is always up there. If the kids trigger the dog, that's going to make the dog miserable. It's going to make Janie miserable, and it's going to make the kids miserable. Why?
Did that or the CDC had stated that the dog barks at everything.
I can never hear the dog when I get there.
There you go. And see, she just said it too. Hidden in the fog. The CBC said, and a dog that barks at everything.
The dog's always my grandmother. My aunt always has the dog in her RV. So if I'm not paying attention for the dog, I ain't listening for the dog. The whole time.
You know, I'm not paying attention when I'm sitting in my house hearing sirens outside, but I can hear them.
That I knew the dog. I never really paid attention to the dog because I'm not really a dog person. So I would say hi to it, but like I'm not personally
Logan's
going
a
there
pretty
listening
girl.
to see if the dog's barking at me. Like, you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. I get
If
it.
I'm not listening for it, and I'm not an animal person myself. So
Yeah.
I do want to touch on the
Well, yeah. Aunt Janie's not a human person herself.
dog situation. When we had got there around 1:30, 1:15, the dog was in the RV and it most certainly barked. It was right up in the window by like the steering wheel. You could hear the dog loud as day.
Okay.
Okay. Now, this is the question. You just heard that. You could hear the dog loud as day. Now, this is Cheryl. If the dog was barking in the windshield, again, where Janie was supposed to put the pool right out there, was it Tucker or was it another dog? And this should be something that Cheryl should know because she says it was up on the windshield.
Steering wheel. You could hear the dog loud as day.
Okay.
I wasn't paying attention to no dog, so it's fine.
So we started
Very
searching
weird.
right away.
Girlfriends and people that I have talked to Daniel that's very close, that even take up for Daniel, have told me the family sticks together.
And when we were done with that search, I come back out and they stayed out by the road and I started to walk in because I wanted to let Malaya know that we were searching to see if she had any more information. And that's when I had met Logan. That when I walked into the driveway and I said hi to them, and Justin was really upset. He was crying. Daniel was out. Justin was really upset.
Oh, sorry, I was
he was
muted.
crying. Daniel was out talking to reporters at the end of the driveway. And Justin was really, really upset. So right away I was thinking they must have.
What is he circling here?
When I walked into the driveway and I said hi to them, and Justin was really upset. He was crying. Daniel was out talking to reporters at the end of the driveway.
Yep.
And Justin was really, really upset.
Oh, they were here. Yep.
So right away, I was thinking they must have got.
Daniel's out talking here. Watch him. He's doing his little tongue thing.
Justin was really, really upset, crying. Daniel was out talking to reporters at the end of the driveway. And Justin was really, really upset. So right away, I was thinking they must have got some kind of bad news. It struck me as very, very odd.
You see at the very end there? Daniel's lizard tongue.
And Justin was really, really upset. So right away, I was thinking they must have got some kind of bad news. It struck me as
You see it? His little tongue thing.
very, very odd. Because I said to my sister afterwards, I mean, I know they were probably somewhat close with the kids because they were there for 2 years. But I said he seemed really devastated.
Justin's really devastated. Yeah. What did Justin see? I thought they had to put multiple dogs up. So the RCMP searching, didn't they say that? So Belinda, I don't know if she's still here, probably not, but Belinda said that the RCMP wanted to search her vehicle, but home, and she said, "No, my dog's in there," like that, and they said, "Okay, well, put it up or whatever." It didn't bother them. They needed to go in there, and she started saying, "No, my dog is in there. That's his home and all that." Right? Well, no, it was Justin's old car, but Daniel had it as well. Daniel got it. And asked about Justin. Nope. Nope. Nope.
So it did strike me as just a little off. Because he really did look devastated.
It's interesting. You would expect if someone perhaps helped Daniel, they would be probably more apt to show emotion because they don't need to hide as much as someone that's inside the family. It doesn't mean even Justin helped for that matter. I'm not saying that at all. But what I am saying is he could know, right? He could know.
Dad even stated that. He goes, I cried. Like my father cried and cried and cried. This is a 55-year-old man. And he cried for those children. And that grandmother didn't shed a tear.
Now, I know you can't speak on Daniel's behalf, but what does he really truly believe happened to these kids?
That's something that he has stated all along, that it's something that has to come from him. Honestly, he believes they were, I think he believes that they were picked up by now. Like that they.
Oh, picked up. Imagine that. What Janie is denying now. What Daniel said before. And what Durwood hold on. 1 second. has said Janie has said all along when he said he was 99% sure. Durwood, DT explained the wander off theory against Janie, saying she heard a female escort the children out of the yard at 8:40 a.m. Now, remember that. Now, Miss Junkyard Janie saying, I didn't hear anything but the kids. Right? But then you have Logan here.
And that grandmother didn't shed a tear.
Now, I know you can't speak on Daniel's behalf, but what does he really truly believe happened to these kids?
That's something that he has stated all along, that it's something that has to come from him. Honestly, he believes they were, I think he believes that they were picked up by now. Like
that they were picked up by now. That they were picked up by now. Well, that's very interesting because Daniel, Janie, and all of them saying Daniel told DT that he thinks Malaya's mom or Malaya's family member said that they came in the house while Malaya and him was asleep. Remember, someone took Jack's coat and then, oh, we found it. Come on now. It's bullshit.
that they were abducted because there's no sign of them in the woods. He doesn't believe they're in the woods.
So he really doesn't believe that mom had anything to do with it.
That's something I don't know because, like, you know, you always have.
There you go. She doesn't answer. That's something I don't know because you. Right. Again, what he told DT. What he's telling his cousin here. Malaya had her mom or her sister come in the house while Daniel and her was in the bedroom, which is the stupidest thing to think. Janie's dog would have been barking like hell. We know exactly where Malaya's mom was over an hour away.
Your line of doubt, right? Like, you always have your theories and you're saying, so I can't speak on his behalf on that. Like,
yeah, I understand. It's just, I just know that they both used each other as an alibi and in the morning in regards to the situation.
Absolutely. And no, I don't believe he believed or believes that Malaya had anything to do with the children missing.
That was the other thing.
Well, he actually does believe, sometimes at least, that Miss Malaya has something to do with it because, yeah, Malaya trying to throw me under the bus, leaked messages from her. She's backed in a corner now. Her and her mother did it, I believe, with 99% accuracy.
RCMP, open up.
Daniel, you cannot get your story straight. You cannot get it straight because you've said way too much. And it's too late. You can't unring a bell, Daniel. You can't unring a bell. Hey, Mick, good to see you. And Justin is acting like he knows nothing or nobody but he looks the part. And do.
I wanted to say I'm sorry.
Yeah.
When Malaya stated about who Jamie was and who Justin was, she said they live in the trailer out back. She used the words they. And my sister.
They live in the trailer out back. Mm.
And I afterwards thought, wow, that's such a small trailer. But people live how they live. So that was the end of that thought. And it wasn't until I seen a couple of clips from the news briefing stating that Justin didn't live on the property. And I thought, well, geez, maybe we heard wrong, but I was positive she said they. And then when I heard that Justin has a place up the road, but then I heard Logan's interview being broadcasted where she was on TikTok and somebody had asked about Justin and she said, well, no, he's got his own problems right now, that he's in the middle of a divorce. And then right away, Bells went on interview and has a place up, said they. And then when I heard that Justin has a place up the road, but then I heard Logan's interview being broadcasted where she was on TikTok and somebody had asked about Justin and she said, well, no, he's got his own problems right now, that he's in the middle of a divorce. And then right away, bells went off in my head and it's like, well, he's in the middle of a divorce. Well, then maybe.
Now he's not in the middle of divorce. That was canceled. Yeah, I agree that, Tina Lee. I agree 100% with that. Yep. There is Justin right there. But they're back together now and just happy as two clams. Happy as two clams in Nova Scotia.
Maybe Malaya was right. He was staying.
Malaya Brooks Murray, a reason to leave. Oops,
with Jamie at that particular time.
Makes you wonder.
But I still don't know. Everybody is saying that no, he didn't stay there, but I know she said they.
Here is Justin right there.
And if he's in the middle of a divorce, my mind states, well, him and his wife probably aren't staying in the same house together.
Mm-hmm. If we want to speculate that someone known, hold on. If we want to speculate that someone known to Lilly and Jack picked them up, should we not include the Martell family? Daniel's uncle and father lived down the road. He has a good relationship with his family.
Three questions I cannot answer. The first question is who would know the kids were home? And number two.
Okay, the people that would know the kids were home was you, Malaya, and Daniel. That's it. That's fucking it. No ifs, ands, or buts. Ron McKenzie spoke with his sister, Junkyard Janie, at 8:48 a.m. on May 2nd to see if she wanted to go into town with him. He said, Janie said no. You know, Janie is not going to miss a town trip to get her cigarettes and dog treats. Okay, she's not going to miss it. They had the Roll Your Own special that week. Okay, Janie was buy the Roll Your Own, get the Roll Your Own free. I'm just joking with that part, guys. And the dog treats at the Dollarama. She's not going to miss it. She goes every week. What made Janie stay home that week? She was tired. She wanted to play her Temu games. It was just an ordinary day until the kids went missing, right? Junkyard Janie's didn't go in with the brother to get the dog treats and her cigarettes. She would wait, 2 more weeks. So she says the news that bribes her with cigarettes and dog treats. They bribed me to talk. Bribed me to talk with cigarettes and dog treats. How dare you have me talk about 2 missing kids that lived on the same property and manipulated me with cigarettes and dog treats. I don't know what the hell is wrong with this world. So manipulating. I'm telling you. Yeah. Gotcha, Janie. Gotcha. He said he called Janie at 10:19 and she told him Jack and Lilly were missing. He went to Janie's place a few minutes later after that, then to a neighbor's to tell them what was going on. He went to town with his mother after that and came back at 1:30. He got word he could go into the woods when he came back. So we searched a while. The children have been to his house once, and he last saw them in April 19th as his daughter's birthday party at the Nova Scotian Fire Hall.
Who would know when they were outside? And number 3,
You.
when I saw Malaya
Daniel.
outside my RV,
You.
why wasn't she crying? Or why wasn't she hysterical?
Hysterical, not high. The only high thing around you. These are the only 2 high things. That's it. See, this is Janie. Look, see that hair? Pretty spot on, isn't it? This is her coming out. Kids, be quiet. You're upsetting Tucker. For God's sakes. Stop upsetting Tucker.
If her kids went missing 20 minutes ago.
Why wasn't Daniel hysterical?
What are you doing?
Oh, no, what are you doing?
Bud. Be a man. Be a man.
Tell me.
Don't tell me to be a man. Listen here. I just bought 6 pounds of makeup. No, ma'am. Nope. Mm-mm. For days, honey, for days. So don't tell me, Earl, to do anything, okay?
What can I help you?
Are you the one that stole them kids?
Me?
What are you doing here?
Are you?
They have names, Ursula. They have names, Ursula. They're Jack and Lilly. He's Smurfing. Justin's dog is an aged Staffy Pit type dog. Looks old and harmless. Could be both. Clutch pearls, high and hysterical. But that's exactly, yeah. Whose teeth is Dad wearing? Oh my God. Oh my God. Whose teeth is Dad wearing? Let me tell you. Hold on. I will get right to that. And now from our sponsor, Miss Janie. I bought those for my ex from Temu's. I bought all of those. I bought those teeth for my ex at the Temu's. Okay. Listen, I was going to get him at the Dollarama, but then I got him from the Timus. I spun the wheel, and it was you could get douche or teeth. So I thought, just add the pap smear. I got the rubber gloves, the oyster shucker. So I'll get him the teeth. I'll get him the teeth. All right? So there's that. So that's why he got the teeth. Just saying.
You? What are you doing here? Are you? Are you in here? Are you? What are you doing here? Are you? You're a idiot. Another one of them YouTubers, are you?
They angry. God. Hysterical. When you're on math and you're hysterical. Thank you, Kathy. Exactly. Right, Jen? It's like he's angry. He is really angry. Little Tint, you leave Tint alone. I bet you Janie made him that beanie, that toboggan.
You're a idiot. Another one. Are you? What are you doing here? Are you? You're a idiot.
Does he say the F word?
Another one of them YouTube.
As for my last post about Jack and Lilly, I got much more to post as time goes on. Stay tuned. I gave RCMP long enough now. I am getting pissed. At your son? Is that what you mean, Mr. Earl?
YouTubers, are you?
Why is he so pissed? Nobody was blaming the math tell at this. Like, this is someone who's local that was looking for Jack and Lilly. Right? I really don't think Earl has nothing to do with it. I really don't. I know there's people out there that does, but I really don't think he has nothing at all to do with it. I think he actually questions his son.
Is there anything wrong that parking my car in here?
You're not parking, you.
What a person feels, they're in the right. They don't back down for any threats against them. In my mind, I'm right. And I'm not gonna stop digging into things. Anyone against me better go sit in a corner. There's no stopping me. I got nothing to lose. Nothing's gonna stop me now. He's Moda. He's sorry. Hey Jamie, thank you so much, my friend. Really do appreciate you, my dear. Good to see you. Oh my God, Jamie, I didn't see that earlier. My goodness, honey, thank you so much. Gosh gracious, thank you so much. If you received one of those 15 memberships, my God, Jamie. Thank you so much, my friend. I really, really do appreciate that. Very, very, very much. Very generous of you, my friend. Merry Christmas to you and yours. All the blessings to you this holiday season. I hope the new year is amazing to you and yours, and nothing but health, happiness, and all the best, my friend. Thank you so very much. Make sure you thank our friend Jamie for gifting you a pearl necklace. Make sure you enjoy. I did a members only live today. You guys can watch that later now.
Being an idiot.
For what?
So you can YouTube all you want. You low life little.
Oh yeah.
You know something? I really think Daniel didn't stand a chance. he didn't stand a chance with the temper of Janie and Earl. I think this is what he grew up seeing. And you become a product most of the time of your environment unless you break that cycle. And I don't know, I just got a random image in my head of Earl standing on his tippy toes to kiss Janie. Random thoughts at 10:36 at night. Why do I do this to myself? Standing on his tippy toes to kiss her. Can you imagine Earl standing on his tippy toes, kiss his little queen, Janie? That would be so beautiful. I want to see wedding pictures. Where's the wedding pictures? Of him on a stepping stool so he can kiss her. That is so beautiful. Imagine Daniel. Janie's got 1.5 kids. I think Daniel's. I don't know if Daniel or Justin's. I don't forget which one's older, but we'll just say she's holding Daniel, and he's got a bigger head than me. And he's, little baby in one arm. She's pregnant. Earl on a stepping stool. Kiss me, honey. It'd be just amazing. It's beautiful, man. Beautiful. You're welcome for that image. If I have to suffer, so do you. Mistletoe. There's probably something growing on one of those toes. Intrusive thoughts, yeah. There's probably something growing on one of. There's probably enough to plant a mistletoe under one of Daniel's toes. You know what I mean? Just saying. Oh, thank you, Adele. Good to see you, baby. How you doing? Thank you so much, my love. Good to see you. Love you, Miss Adele. Appreciate you very much. Really, really do appreciate you, my dear, and thank you for being a member. All the blessings to you, my friend. Really do appreciate you. I think Dan, and in all seriousness, Marie, I actually, again, I don't think Earl has anything to do with Jack or Lily missing, and I do think he's probably a very good grandfather. I actually almost know he's a good grandfather. I pick and stuff. Not really much on Earl. I'm giving him a little hell because it's on right now, but Janie, I'll give her hell because of what Janie said about Jack and Lily, and the continual stories, because I do believe Janie detested the children many times. The way she talked about Lily screaming all the time and all that. No. Shame on her.
Yeah.
Ben wished happy Thanksgiving, but I'm not happy each night. I think of Jack and Lily running up the driveway calling me Grampy when I picked up my grandkids once after Jack's birthday, asked why I wasn't invited. Malaya said only family was invited. I was more of a grandparent to those children than any of the real ones ever were. Sorry for the rant, but it's time I started speaking up. Well, I agree with the first part. I do believe Earl is a good grandfather. I do believe that. He probably wasn't the best dad, but I think he's a good grandfather in his older age, probably, which happens a lot with a lot of, families and stuff. But I think it's crappy that probably Malaya didn't invite Jack, but I think it's even crappier that Malaya because of her son, or sorry, not. I think it's crappy that Malaya didn't invite Earl, but I think it's crappier that Malaya didn't invite Belinda. But you've got to remember the reason Belinda wasn't ever invited was because of your son, Mr. Mattel, was the main reason. Because your son controls everything. Night, Zach. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate it.
Oh yeah. You can smile because you got a camera there.
I'm
You're taking
down.
my picture. I don't have to calm down.
Who heard you?
You're the one that.
Who heard you?
You.
Who heard you?
You.
Keep crying. Keep crying, man.
Hate you, YouTubers.
I'm not YouTuber.
Then what are you doing here?
I'm here looking for it. What are you doing? Bullshit.
Pictures of me then.
Because you took
I mean, housekeeping isn't his thing. You know what I mean? But
picture of me first.
I live here.
So what? I can't come here to help? What the wrong with you, man?
What's wrong with you?
Walk away, little.
Why are you trying to stop us from finding them? We weren't in the field.
Very dangerous animals.
What animals are they?
2 rams.
We're not in the field.
Okay.
We're not going in the field.
We're not up there.
now, Daniel's uncle lives right down the road. And I assume that he's talking about. Hold on one second. Wait a second, guys. Just give me 1 second while I fix something here. I apologize, but I promise it'll be worth it. Okay? Bear with me as I get it. Okay. 2 seconds. I assume they're talking about Rhonda, right? That lives down the road. I'm pretty sure that they are. Bear with me. Dang it. Okay. I'll find it in a second. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Crappy. Let me upload this. Hold a second. Yeah. This is Junkyard Janie's brother, and we're talking about Ronald, Janie's brother. That's who we're talking about here. That's going to be arguing.
At the water. This field is our fish.
You don't know the water, Bible.
Well, you know what? The water is public property. We're on a search. I don't care. I don't care either.
We're leaving the area.
This was his response to the most recent civilian search effort that came close to
Thank
his
you very
property.
much. We got knives, we got bear spray, and there'll be no more. And I will have
play
you
the game,
big guy. I will have you charged.
We are
Do it.
leaving
Do
the
it.
area.
I'm looking
for two missing kids.
Have
Have a fucking heart.
Okay, you know what? My name is Janice Potty. I live in Nebraska.
Please.
I'll call the cops.
Please,
please. No,
We're walking the river. Help us at least.
This is Janie's brother.
Be warned. I am dialing 911 right now.
Please do. Yeah, please do.
You can hear him. He sounds a lot like Janie. I am dialing 911 right now. says the brother, Ronald.
Tell them my name is Janice Potty and I'm with Bring Me Home.
Please take me home out of our area. Where's Jack and Lily?
Yep, they do.
And no, they're not here. Prove it.
Like what?
Well, this is Wayne. This is Wayne's world. I did not know that. Martell's family had access to the kids, unlike most of Malea's family and friends who had been cut out, who she had cut out of her life when she had gotten together with Daniel 2 years earlier. Now, I truly believe Malea did not do this intentionally. Oh, really, April? Ron's wife. Oh, bless her heart. Do you think Daniel's face got scratched up by hiding? Maybe. Maybe. I don't believe Malea cut them out intentionally. I think she did it because of Daniel. I think he was extremely jealous that Malea would get back with the kids or whatever. Get back with the kid's dad, Cody. It was just in Daniel's mathematics mind. But that's just me. Let me play this.
I've known Malea for years, and
Well, they did that after he came charging at them. Pissed him off. I don't blame him.
Lily and Jack were taken care of
Malea's got pretty eyes here.
so well.
Okay.
And she did everything and anything with them. She was so patient with them. She was very soft spoken. They were always clean. She lived in a nice environment. So everything that Belinda touched on is 100% the truth.
Just out of curiosity, did you ever visit Malea and Daniel when they were living in the trailer, or visit Malea and
Is that
Daniel
Marie?
at any point?
Not since she got with him.
Okay.
He does. He does.
Did you
on his face.
text each other back and forth? Did you talk on the phone?
Nope. No.
Okay. So, and how long has she been with Daniel?
2 years, I believe.
Okay. So you were out of contact with Malea for 2 years then?
Everybody was, yeah.
I arrived May 2nd between 2 and 2:30. I didn't even know Jack and Lily were missing till 1:30 that day, and I seen it on Facebook in a post that was
Up till 1:30 that day.
shared. You imagine, you just get home from work, you sit down, you open your phone just to scroll, and then you see
I like her a lot. I like Cheryl.
your niece and nephew missing. I can't even explain the hurt.
I think her name's Cheryl. What's her name?
You imagine,
Haley.
you just get home from your niece and nephew missing.
I think it's
I
Haley.
can't even explain the hurt.
Look at how cute these babies are. Look at these babies. Aren't they just adorable? Look at those eyes. And Lily looks so fun. She does. Daniel said someone took Jack's coat that was beside the door. But then he found it.
And the heartache when I seen that. I had to message some people and get the address.
Haley said she is the stepsister with Malea. So Lily and Jack are her niece and nephew. Haley said Malea had cut out her family members, so they had not seen Malea or the kids in 2 years.
Of where this happened, because I didn't even know where Malea lived. I didn't speak to her for 2 years.
didn't speak to her for 2 years. Look at the window and the door. When was the attachment added? I think it was from outside. We're going to talk about that more one day, though.
And the heartache and get the
I think Daniel effed up the door that night, in my opinion. They are, and they should still be here. And that's what drives me nuts. That's what drives me nuts about these cases, is because there are people that know exactly where Jack and Lilly are and what happened. They're making the RCMP work their asses off. They're making family that cares suffer. They're making all of us continue the fight. So they are not related. Who's that? ZYG?
address of where this happened because I didn't even know where Malaya lived. I didn't speak to her for 2 years. And keep in mind, I'm not familiar with that area. I live 45 minutes away. So I got all the details that I needed to head down, and I was there between 2 and 2:30.
If any of you have watched Malaya's video of her when she was a teenager and the way she talked about things.
What about, it is just so amazing to me how she can find all the fault in the world about Malaya and even Jack and Lilly, but she can't at least be honest about her own son. I'm not saying not defend your son, but defend him on things that has validity, right? Got mad because they found out Daniel smoked meth. And they're like, surprise, surprise, we've known that forever. Well, guess what? Not all of Malaya's family knew. So, yeah, it would be a little shocking for them.
Is the way she is now. Malaya and I could not sit down and have a conversation.
I don't really blame Malaya.
If it was just a brief conversation. When I first met her, when Daniel introduced me to her and the kids, it was okay. My personal opinion of her, I'm not gonna say.
Well, that says everything.
When Meadow was born, when I would go in there to see Meadow, and I would hold Meadow, she would always come and take Meadow from me and say, oh, she has to be fed or she has to be changed. She would go in the bedroom and she wouldn't come out until I would leave. When the grandfather came to see Meadow, she would do the same thing. The second time I watched Meadow was when Malaya had an episode. I think she was having an anxiety attack. The ambulance was called, and they took her to the hospital. I watched Meadow until Daniel got home.
I was thinking the same thing, Allison.
That day that I watched Meadow, I got Jack and Lilly off the school bus. And I'll never forget the expression on the bus driver's face when I took Meadow and said, here, watch her while I get Jack out of the seatbelt. And I took the kids in the house, and Daniel arrived maybe 10 minutes after I got the kids off the bus, and he cooked them supper, not me.
Yeah, because Daniel did everything, right? Daniel did everything around the house. I mean, you can tell he did everything around the house, right, April? You couldn't have a conversation with someone. Shocking. I can't see why someone wouldn't want to sit down with and have a conversation with you. Imagine that. Imagine that. Yes, they do, Shetty. My mother remarried and her husband. Okay. It can. It can. You remember Daniel said that he's the only one that could discipline Jack and Lilly, that they would only listen to him, that he put them to bed, that he got them up for school of the morning, right? Even though he didn't put them to bed that night, and that he also couldn't remember if Jack and Lilly was awake. He couldn't remember them that evening at all after he got inside. And we're talking, he couldn't remember Friday when the children went missing. He couldn't remember the previous night because it was an ordinary day, right? Janie did her housework. Yes. Yeah. And Daniel's always helping, according to the documents. Daniel's always helping get things done around the house. Jamie, I don't understand why they didn't send them to school. That is their breakaway from kids. They were just too fucking lazy to get up. Jamie, that's just the truth. They were just lazy asses. That's it. They didn't have discipline in their own selves. How the hell, if you don't have discipline in your own life, how are you expecting a 4 and a 6-year-old to have discipline? Right? It is so important especially when kids are little, that they have a routine and you have a routine. When I am off my routine, I go nuts. Like, I go crazy. I just don't know what to do, right? When my routine started off. Same, like, it was bath time, it was homework, bath time, like everything the same night. Same time, same night, same situation, every night. It's so important for them to build routine and something that is familiar, right? And it's equally, absolutely equally as important for you to do that. Routine, structure, all of that. Yes. And thank you, Miss Sense. Good to see you, baby. 700. Thank you so much for hitting that thumbs up. Does math give you energy or make you sleepy? Energy. Math is it gives you energy. It gives you paranoia. It can give you aggression. And many people will stay up for days at a time. Days. And we're not meant to stay up for days at a time. Right? We're not meant to stay up for days at a time. But the rug will keep you awake and you'll be so tired, they say, and they just can't get sleep. Can't get sleep at all. And then after, I guess, it wears off, we talked about this when this was first happening. They'll sleep for days. They'll sleep 2-3 days at a time sometimes. It just wears them out. And then after they sleep for that long or whatever, right back to it. Out of all of the rugs that I have seen with children being affected with the family system, the math, in my opinion, causes individuals to snap, either from aggression or paranoia. Right? I'm a very old soul. Yes. Yep. But the like the H and the Fenton, that stuff, the Finney, that it seems like kids get in that more. Right? My sons, Matthews, are in there's abuse. I'm so sorry, Patriot Girl. It's so hard as a parent or a family member, and more days of no sleep when they have withdrawals and freak out, hallucinate. Yep. Bless your heart, baby. No shame in addiction. No shame whatsoever. But I just feel my heart goes out to family members, and
He cooked them supper. And I did up her housework for her.
because when they're on, when anybody is in active addiction, they're not themselves. They're not themselves. It is truly not themselves. People will do things that they would never ordinarily do, right? Steal, rob. Addiction is so powerful that they'll do things to people that they would never in a lifetime do when they were not addicted, right? And it is so powerful that it takes everything from you: money, health, even your own life, right? And math is cheap, very, very cheap. But from what I hear, Daniel loved the Coca-Cola as well. He was an upper. He likes the uppers, right? There's people that like uppers. There's people that like downers. He likes the uppers, allegedly. Now, Coca-Cola is the most expensive out of all the rugs. The most, by far. By far. Math is extremely cheap. Extremely cheap. That's amazing, Butterfly. Thank the Lord. I pray that they hang in there. Adele Energy, my ex, I divorced because of math. Wouldn't sleep for days, and he became abusive toward me. And 8 months pregnant, it wires people up and brings tempers out of them horribly. They become controlling. April, I am so sorry you went through that. My heart is truly breaks for anyone. But it's in all of our families at some point, or our own lives. And I truly think that math, out of everything, brings the most violence. I do. And this is the thing. April was talking about that. She divorced her husband because April. Well, I don't mean to like single you out or anything, April, but she understands like you could not stay married or date someone for years on end that is constantly on math. There's just no way. You either have to be in it or out of it. Right? Like a lot of the other rugs, it's, difficult. But math is just one that they will wear you out. Wear you out because it's constant for days. Right? Constant for days. So
If you guys don't want any questions asked this way, that's fine. I'll stop talking. I get all the time in the world. It's not like I have a life anymore. I have no idea where to search. All this place has been searched. It's been turned upside down, inside out. There's nothing more they can do here. There's no other place that they could search here. The kids are not here. The only search that you could search is out there in the world. I am so tired of this investigation shit. I told them this 2 months ago. And yet, we had one report from the RCMP of what they have done. It's been a month since we had an update on anything.
What a bunch of arrogant, conceited, incompetent clowns.
Darren Geddes is an extended family member of the children's mother. He says the Mounties didn't take him seriously.
It's not hurt, it's rage, and I'm trying to control it.
wonder why they didn't take you seriously, Durwood. I wonder why.
Mackenzie believes Lilly and Jack are still out there.
Deep down in my heart, I do believe Jack and Lilly are alive.
He believes it. Daniel says they're still alive.
When asked whether they're investigating if the children could still be alive, RCMP say they have not closed any doors.
A $150,000 reward is being offered by the province of Nova Scotia. Anyone with information regarding the case should call the Reward for Major Unsolved Crimes program at 1-888-710-9090. Clip that. Sorry, I have to. Wait, if you ever hear me say clip that now, it's so I can do a short later and AI will pick it up later. She leaks left and right. Yeah, it would be over. Exactly, Esley. Janie, tell the truth. 100. Like, I understand. No matter what you and I get it. No matter what you and I think of Daniel, that's her son. That's her son. Right? And you love nobody more than your kids. You just don't. But when they do wrong, and if they make a decision that they can't reverse, especially when it comes to life and death, and a smidge, or you even suspect something, You got to do what's right. You got to do what's right. I want to see Durwood ride Kent's four-wheeler with Kent on it. Oh my God. Adele, it's the most dangerous when people leaving anyone, but the worst breakup was with him. They're out of their minds. Well, Brandy, I think there's things that all of us at some point in our life are not proud of, right? But living and learning is one thing that we all have to do. And also, we are we're all of us are dealing with trauma. Every one of us. We all have trauma in our life. You don't get through life without trauma at all. And she's probably in a different chat, Jerry. And the thing about life is growing. And some people don't. And that's the tragedy of it, right? That's the tragedy in life, is when people refuse to grow, refuse to learn, refuse to make their life better, just wallow in their troubles, or know that their life is hell and would much rather just complain or bitch or be a complete victim of themselves. So, Jackie, I'm halfway to 80, baby. Halfway to 80, boo-boo. If a person had never been in a situation that they have to use stealth and sneak away from a person, you either know or you don't. Yeah, I get that. I get that. I don't believe Malaya was in that. Malaya had more resources than a lot of people out there. A lot of people out there. Malaya has a family that loves her, that has tried to come and get her on many occasions. No. No, Sherry Lynn's not blocked. Of course not. Something has to change. It's the other chat. You can't see everyone in the same chat if you're in the other chat. Is Malaya living with her mom? No, she's not. Yeah. And that's the thing. Because you've been addicted, or even if you're addicted to now with something, it doesn't make you a bad person at all. At all. I believe we're running from something, or we are trying to medicate something from our past or even our current life. And addiction always hits a family. It'll hit someone in your family. So Daniel, with him, he's just so he'll halfway admit something, and then he'll be like, Yeah, I go to NA 3 times a week with that bullshit. Right? And he is very, very typical when he says things like, well, I showed you the text messages where he says, you know, Ruggs takes over a lot of people's lives, but it never did that to me. And he thinks he's the special one. Right? It never did that to me. And you think that. Everyone addicted at some point thinks that. It's hard to see the other side when you're in active addiction. It's very hard. You just can't. You just can't, actually. I don't think you can until you're on the other side and you've had time for your brain to truly physically heal. To truly physically heal. Because your brain has a lot of rewiring to do and to detoxify and all of that. That's funny, Sarah. Listen, YouTube's been crazy. Like, I was in Josh's from the lab the other night, and I've been like a member on Josh's channel for like 38 or 40 months or something like that. And I left the chat for a minute and I came back in and it said subscribers 5 minutes or longer can join the chat. Well, of course I'm subscribed and I've been a member for like 40 months. And it wouldn't let me type in there. And then I go back out and I come back in. It still wouldn't let me type. Said the same thing. And I'm like, what the hell? So I go back out and I come back in and it let me. It's just a glitch. Some don't. And really, the good times when you're in, you're addicted, but you don't realize you're addicted. It doesn't hurt enough for you to change yet. Right? It's true that you have to be so sick and tired of being so sick and tired. And that you're already going through a mental or a physical hell that there's nothing to lose. Right? Hello, Miss Smiley. Good to see you, darling. It happens, Brandy. It happens. Yours has been doing that all day? Yeah. Yours is doing that to me today, Justin Ellingwoman. It's got to be a glitch. It's got to be a glitch. Hey, Miss Smiley. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. Because your brain is telling you that it's making you feel, the addiction is making you feel like I don't want to quit. Because you don't want to quit. Your body and your mind doesn't want you to quit. And it's hard to override that. Right? I think Justin said the other day, the thing about addiction is it only gets worse, and it seems so obvious, but never really. It doesn't. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And all addiction is real. It doesn't matter if it's food addiction or whatever. There's a lot of You can, I mean, you're welcome to think that. I respect that you think that I'm too hard on her. I understand that. Uh, you're welcome to think that. I was a ruggie for 7.5. I think you're too hard on M. I was with a ruggie for 7.5 years. He hit it. I tried to help him. They absolutely will, but you know when they're on it. You know when they're on it. And when I found out, it took me a few years to extract him. Terror, even with support. It is, yes. And again, I have compassion for that, but you do not, under any circumstance, ever let a man keep putting his hands on your children over and over and over. They don't get better. It doesn't change. It doesn't. She had absolute many times where she could have left, stayed at her grandma's. The U-Haul was coming to get her. You know what? If Malaya, and this is just, I don't think anybody should lay there and let a man beat them. I think it's horrible. It's nothing the man should do, or the woman for that matter. But if it's just you and a man, it's bad enough. But when you got kids there, it ain't about you. It's about those kids. Just about the kids. And I get it. It's easier said than done. I get it. But there is no way in hell that I would accept some man, my kids going to school without coats, bruised, scared, flinching. No. No. Might happen one time, but that'd be the last motherfucking time. I can assure you that. I can assure you that. Yep. I know you again. I'm a survivor of DV because DM isn't the bio dad of them. She could have protected those babies from him by leaving. Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Get out when you can and don't let them find you. Yeah. Hold on, let me check. Justin, you get my super chat? I gave one to Sharon last night too, but I didn't see it come in my chat, so I was just checking. Let me see here. April. Oh, I did not see that, April. I am so sorry. I apologize, honey. Thank you so much. Here's more for your makeup help, you guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Very kind of you, April. Thank you so much. I did get it. I'm so sorry I missed that, my dear. Appreciate that. I've sent super chats too, and like especially it's just on my phone. My phone will get stuck or something. I don't know, and it will say it went through, but it doesn't pop up in the chat. And when it does that, it'll come out of my account, but it doesn't. Like a few days later, it'll go back to my account, if that makes sense. Like it reverses or whatever because it didn't populate. Like if it never populates, it doesn't go through. it might take out of your account for a couple days, but then it'll go right back in. I agree that would be the man. Yeah, and the thing is, step parents, they don't get, they get a bad rap a lot of times, but there are amazing, amazing step parents out there. And I believe most step parents are amazing, actually, that treat their stepchildren as their own and no different. Zero. But there are also ones out there that they just wanted the parent. They just wanted the wife or the husband, but they didn't want their kids. That's not the way it works. It is truly a package deal. That's it. And if a man or a woman can't accept that, they need to not be with that person. Right? Don't make the child's life hell, a family's life hell, your life hell even, because you don't want a kid or whatever, or you don't want somebody else's kids. It's not for everybody. And if you're just honest with yourself and just say, I don't want somebody else's kids, that's fine. That's your decision. That's absolutely fine. It's you, boo. Do you. But, you want the woman or the man, but you don't want their kids. No, don't work like that. They don't work like that. So you either accept it and figure it out or don't get with them. And it's most parents will be like, okay, you start treating the kid bad or anything like that, F you, I'm out. Right? But there are moms and dads that just allow it to continue happening, just allow the boyfriend, the girlfriend, the stepmother, the stepfather to just continue abusing because they don't want to be without a man or a woman or whatever like that. Would you rather be without a man or a woman or be without your kid? Because it's going to come down to one. It's going to come down to one. You're going to be without a man or a woman if they're abusing your kids, or eventually you're going to be without a kid because something's going to happen. And if nothing doesn't happen, they're just going to resent the shit out of you after they're old enough and get on their own and want nothing to do with you. That's exactly what I'm saying, Mohawk. We are family here. Yeah. So, when it comes to Edgar and KK, P-Foots, I believe KK didn't want a lifestyle change. She wanted to live her life like newlyweds, but she also didn't want, in my opinion, Seth to have him either because she just couldn't stand him. And Edgar really couldn't, in my opinion, stand Sebastian. I think there were good times, but I think Sebastian was changing. Oh, absolutely, ZYG. Not a doubt in my mind. Not a doubt in my mind. Guys, thank you all so much for joining me. I do appreciate you all very, very much. Justice for little Jack and Lilly Sullivan, who vanished from their Pictou County, Nova Scotia home. And it's not like someone doesn't know where they're at, because people know where they're at. In my opinion, people are actively lying, actively hiding the truth. And the lies are starting to crumble. And they have collapsed a lot in the last, 48 hours. And we will continue, myself, Sunny, Shenanigans, Charmaine, of course, Daff, Nietzsche, AB, dismantle them one by one. Just like we've been doing. I know AB's been on Summer's case for the last 4.5 years, like I have. Get honest, Daniel. Yeah. Yeah. And we'll keep the pressure on. And I know it's hard for someone to admit something like that, but I can tell you, Daniel himself, in my opinion, will feel better once it's just out, for his own soul. What Wolfie say? GC, if I could not even begin to tell you how many a day happen in this country. So many. 99% barely make the news or never make the news. It's just insanity. I have like a notification when someone goes missing, like a child, or someone is unalived. It's insanity. It is Susan, yes. Thank you, darling. Only 1% of missing or foul play on children hit the it's insane. Yeah. Yes, Malaya. Malaya, do it for Jack and Lilly, not yourself. Forget about yourself. Daniel, anybody else. Do what's right. Do what's right. You can't change what happened now, at least. Can't change any of it, but you can change how you behave now. They will. They will. And if you are a believer in God, I would rather pay for my sins now than pay for them later. Deal with it now. Don't take it to God, Daniel. Don't take it to God. Good night, everyone. God bless you all. Appreciate you. And I will see you tomorrow. It'll be later tomorrow. Okay. Tomorrow's Sunday. I have a lot of family stuff and all that stuff to do tomorrow. But it will be later in the evening. It's probably going to be at least 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock-ish live. It's going to be tomorrow. Thank you, guys. Much love. Appreciate you. Justice for Jack and Lilly Sullivan. Bless him. Good night.